I am just going to do a quick video and show you how I roll in the kitchen. A lot of cooking is just making stuff up. I like things tasty and I like them now. Efficiency in the kitchen for me is key, but I don't always stick to the book. I just kind of get an idea and then throw some of my own stuff in. And I like stuff spicy, so I have to take it easy a lot of times, because if I'm cooking for other people, then they'll be like, yeah, this is delicious, but I can't taste it and I'm dying. I got real excited when I realized how easy it was to make a good marinade and how fast it is. You just throw the marinade together, put the meat in a baggie, throw it in the fridge, and the next day, boom, you cook it up. I have some strips of steak. I just bought some steak and cut it in strips. If I cut it in strips, it's going to soak in more of the flavor. I have some leftover homemade salsa that I made. I have too much spice, garlic, and cilantro in there. So I bought a couple extra tomatoes to tone it down. And I will just go ahead and dump this in. And it doesn't matter how much really I blend it. It might get a little pureed, but I won't blend it very long, like 30 seconds, maybe 60 at the most. So it's not a problem, because I'm going to throw some more chunks in there, so it'll still have somewhat of a thunky texture. And keep in mind that I'm just making this up. This is some leftover seasoning for shish kebabs. Now, shish kebab seasoning and steak tacos, heck yeah. We got cilantro. With cilantro, you want to be very careful. A little bit of cilantro goes a very long ways. I mean, seriously, if I put like this much cilantro in there, I could kill a rabbit. So I take it real easy on the cilantro, because if you go overboard, it pretty much sucks. Frank's Red Hot Wings. This is just going to add a little bit of tang, a subtle kick. And that's what we want. There actually is some chili pepper in that sauce already. So I have some chili peppers here. And I'm going to throw those in. And these tomatoes, better wash those. And so with the tomatoes, I don't have to really spend too much time cutting them up. And then I have some garlic here, I have some onion. And it's just kind of like, what do I want in here? What's going to add some spice? What's going to add some love? What's going to make me sweat a little bit and love it? This is kind of the way I think in the kitchen. Once I realized that it's a free-for-all and you can make it up, my eating life got a whole lot better. I make things like chili, spaghetti, salsa, burritos, casseroles, anything. And I mean, from scratch. I live in Ukraine and we don't have, the only fast food we have here is McDonald's, and who wants to live off fast food anyway, right? I decided it was time to learn how to cook, something I always wanted to do, you know, and it's turning out good. I mean, golly, I can't imagine what I might have used to spend on food just for myself as a bachelor in America. Crises. So this is a little trick I learned from a guy for garlic. Makes things a little faster. Like I said, efficiency is one of the keys for me. I just put a spatula on there and smash it, and then the skin comes right off. So I will just smash all those real quick. And since I'm using a food processor, I don't need to go through and you know, smash them with the garlic smasher thing. That's the one thing about garlic. It's like one of the greatest foods there is, but it's so time consuming in preparation. So I like to smash the skin off and throwing it, maybe chopping these little brown things off and throwing it in the food processor. It makes things a lot easier. This is going to be a marinade, so if I was just putting this as one of the main ingredients in the meal, I probably wouldn't put this much garlic. It'd be a little overbearing for some people, even though garlic is extremely healthy for you. But this is a marinade, so the meat, we just want the meat to soak up the flavor, so it's okay if you put a little more garlic or a little more onion. What do I have in my salsa there? I have tomatoes, onions, cilantro, peppers, chili peppers, garlic, and a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and some salt and pepper. The onions, I'm not going to put a lot. I'm just going to kind of throw a little bit of onions in there because I already have some in the salsa. But I'm just going to add a little bit. Don't need to chop them up too much because food processor. I used to have one of those slab chop things, but it broke after using it for like 2 or 3 weeks. It actually came in handy. So, what else do I want to throw in here? A little bit of salt. Not too much. You want to get extra virgin cold pressed olive oil. Good friend of mine tipped me off on that. But I read somewhere that this actually fights cholesterol. I don't know if it's true, but it's healthier for you than corn oil or sunflower oil or vegetable oil. Now I'm just going to whip this up. So like I said, I didn't even do that for like 1 minute. And look at that. Oh, steak, taco, marinade city. And you could even put some of that in your taco. Then all you gotta do is get a big baggie, put your meat in there, and dump away. Let me tell you, like, for the time it took me to do this, it's gonna be healthier than a restaurant, better tasting, and cheaper. And I actually probably save time, because going to a restaurant, you have to travel there, sit down, blah, blah, blah. So I save money and time doing this. It's healthier, tastes better, and you have the satisfaction of making it yourself, which is great. So I hope this just might have inspired people to get busy, because in the kitchen, you discover the joy of cooking. So there you have it. Steak taco marinade, and I don't have to tell you how delicious this is going to be. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this in the fridge and let it sit for, I don't know if I'm going to cook this tonight or tomorrow, but overnight is ideal. For a few hours is good, but ideally overnight, so yeah. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the marinade lesson. God bless.